Hello and welcome inside our Spartan Sports Report studios. We're talking with women's track and field coach here at San Jose State, Jeff Petersmeyer. And Coach, you had a great week. Texas Relays, Stanford Invitational. I know the team was split in multiple areas of the country last week, but a pretty darn good week and some competitive meets.
Yeah, we had some good performances at Texas and at Stanford, and these are kind of big meets, and these are meets we probably couldn't get into a couple years ago, so we're excited where we're at.
Just talk about the competitive nature and other teams that were there and just kind of the impact of showing at these meets.
I think most of the big programs were either at Texas or Stanford, and if not at those two, they were probably at Florida Relays. And so it's, I like to go up against the best competition we can see, so it kind of helps us going into the conference meet.
How was the performance? What did you feel about the team at the meets?
We had some really solid performances. There was some inclement weather at Texas Relays, particularly for like Cambry hardball. In the long jump, it was raining, but it cleared up, and Stanford, of course, was beautiful. So we got some really good performances out of Nicole Elanya and Jen Beckenham. For sure, those are probably the highlights. Makayla Webb ran really well too.
And those types of meets really help you for future meets, one coming up Mount Sac, another very competitive meet you have coming up, but also this weekend you're going to Hawaii.
We're doing a duel to Hawaii, and that's going to be fun, and they have a new track, Mondo track, so we can get some good performances there, and then we go to Mount Sac Relays, which is another big meet in the United States, maybe second behind Penn Relays or something like that, but and Mount Sac Relays weekend is great because you have Azusa Pacific hosts a really big meet, and that's where we do a multis with Colby Sims this year, heptathlon, and then Long Beach State has a new track and they have a meet that weekend, and then those who qualify go to Mount Sac, and we can get some really good marks there.
So when you go to these meets, how do you want to see the team grow this year? Because it is about growth throughout the course of the season. You're about midway through it. What's the growth like?
Most of our team are sophomores, so last year when we'd go to these meets, it was a novel experience. It was new. We just wanted them to compete, get that experience, and they did well. But I think now we're maturing a lot more, and so it's not just about being there, it's about competing well, and we're starting to see that happen, and especially with someone like Jen Beckenham who came out and who's leading our conference now in the 1500.
Well, just talk about her. Beckenham, she had a school record last week in the 1500 at the Invitational at Stanford, and she's 13th overall in the NCAA.
Yeah, she dropped her personal best by not 10 seconds, but like 8 seconds. And it's so early in the year, she's just doing really great things. Coach Wick's doing a good job with that crew.
And then also you have Makayla Webb, who's off to a great outdoor season as well.
Yeah, again, that sophomore year for her is just, it's great, to see the development from freshman to sophomore year. And I know Coach Watson's really pleased with her progress.
Well, and as a program, I have to think that seeing these names with San Jose State next to them in the top 25 and the top 15 really helps the program as a whole just to recruit later on and whatnot and grow this program.
Yeah, the first year when we started the program and we were calling recruits, people didn't even know we existed. So now it's a lot easier when we get the Makayla Webbs and Nicole Elanyas and those types doing well. It's a lot easier phone call to make.
Yeah. All right, that's the women's track and field coach here at San Jose State, Jeff Petersmeyer. Thanks for joining us, Coach.
Thanks.
Follow him and the rest of the team at sjsuspartans.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.